The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Homage to Nicolas Cage. And by Cage, I mean Cage. He's like, he's very fancy. He's a very fancy man. This movie stars Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage. And it's like this, it's like a good independent film, kind of. I feel like it made fun of itself adequately. It's clearly not his life story. Right. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is a 2022 American action comedy film directed by Tom Gormican, co-directed screenplay with Kevin Eaton. The film stars Nicolas Cage as a fictionalized version of himself, along with the supporting cast, including Pedro Pascal, who is excellent in this film. He's the best part of this movie. Shannon Horgan, Ike Bernholtz, Alessandra Mastronardi, Jacob Scipio, and PH, and Tiffany Haddish. Filming began in Croatia in 2020. Its world premiere in South by Southwest at 2022. Produced by Kevin Turin. I feel like I met him in an elevator with my friend Brennan. Yeah, I feel like they're friends. Hollywood actor Nicolas Cage is struggling with his career after being passed over for several major film roles and is constantly pestered and tormented by a little evil version of himself on his shoulder, but not really. Struggling relationship, got him retired. This is a really long summary. Upon meeting Javi, Cage is initially annoyed by Javi wanting to have him star in his film. He finds out that they like the same movies and that Paddington 2 is a great film. And then the CIA comes up to Cage and is like, hey dude, that guy is like a mad, crazy cartel guy. You gotta do us some spy shit. Cage does it, and then he gets found out, and then, like, there's a fight, and then they're basically just laying out the whole movie for you. And then it ends happily ever after. Being filmed, or being released at South by Southwest makes sense, because this feels like an independent film with The Mandalorian in it. It's pretty good. It's good. Is it a movie to go see in theaters? Nah. I don't think so. It's a movie to go see in an art house. Yeah, absolutely. This would be a good movie to see in E Street Theater, where they had the Black Abba. He would open the theater up like at midnight, and we would just go in there and watch some crazy ass movie, like the craziest fucking movies. Oh my god, it was the craziest shit. Like vampire hookers, lesbian vampire hookers, and like the best spaghetti westerns you can imagine. Like the craziest scenarios. Loved that shit. That was so fun. And it was like Mystery Science Theater 3000 too, so it was like everybody was just yelling shit at the fucking screen. It was hilarious. That shit was fun. And I'm pretty sure Nicolas Cage's nephew was there at the Black Abbas, because I'm pretty sure that's the same kid that gave me $100 tip for being a valet on Christmas Eve at his mom's house. I'm pretty sure that's the same kid. Otherwise, he's got like a doppelganger running around in the same neighborhood. Funny story. I was valeting at this place. I didn't know where it was. It was like up in Westwood. You know, it was parking cars, nice ass cars. You know, private parties, it's usually like you're busy for a minute, and you sit down for a while, and then you're busy at the end. Same with weddings. And I had to go to the bathroom, so I go in, and it's Talia Shire's house. And I'm just like, may I use the bathroom? She's like, yeah, it's over there. And then she like starts, she's like, hey, what's up? You seem like a nice person. And I was like, yeah, I am. Nice to meet you. Thank you for letting me be here and use your restroom. And she's like, what do you do? And I was like, I'm an actor. I'm going to college. She's like, oh, what are you doing right now? And I'm like, we're doing this play called Shakespeare's Women. I'm playing Orlando. And she's like, oh, my son, his birthday, his name is Orlando. You know, so I, had a little conversation with her, and then I used the restroom, and then I went back to work. And then it was like raining on us. Nick Cage shows up, and then he gets out of the car, and then something falls out of his lap, I guess, because it just like something hits the ground, and it's super obvious. It like draws my attention. He's just like completely ignores it. Maybe he's just too tall to notice or something. I don't know. But he gets out of the car, and he just like walks off. Doesn't really say anything to the valets or anything, because we're not parking his car. And I'm just like, oh, that's fucking Nick Cage. shit. Well, that makes sense because they're, it's his family and stuff. The limo guy comes over, closed the door, and I'm like, hey, when he got out, some shit fell down on the ground. And then he went and picked it up, and then he fucked off. And then when he came back to pick Nick up, he was like, hey, thanks for letting me know that was a, leather-bound copy of National Treasure that the studio gave to the homeboy. So thank you for letting me know that. I'm like, all right, cool. That little interaction, like seeing Nick Cage in person, seeing him get out of a limo, kind of not necessarily ignore the valets, but not be like, hey guys, what's up? Maybe it was a nod. Maybe it could have been like a little, and then, but I feel it was more like I'm Nick Cage, fuck all. Like, not fuck you, but just like, I'm fucking Nick Cage, I'm going fucking. And at the end of the night, the dude that I'm pretty sure is the same guy that I would see at Black Abba sometimes, came out and gave all the remaining valets a $100 tip. And that was the best tip I ever got. That was the best tip I ever got as a valet. Dog walkers in New York, I got like a $200 tip. Thank you, Birdie. Birdie's mom. Oh, damn. That was the best tip. I think you should go see this movie. It's good. It's funny. It's campy. It's witty. It makes fun of itself. I feel like it's not a blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? Like, go see it in a film. Like, you can go see it in a theater. I'm just saying it's not like a blockbuster, like a big budget Hollywood film. It feels like an indie film, But it's got the Mandalorian in it, so it's like, what's he doing there? But I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's good. It's a good movie. It's funny. So go check it out, and check it out at an AMC theater.